Imagine buying your dream truck only to have the police steal it 3 years later. Folks, buckle up, because we've got a doozy today. A story so outrageous it'll have you questioning whether or not we've all poured it out to the twilight zone. Imagine this: you do everything right, you buy the truck of your dreams, register it, insure it, and then for 3 long years you enjoy the ownership of it and every mile along the way. But then, out of nowhere, the cops roll up into your driveway with a flatbed, and they tell you that truck you love, it's not yours. Hand it over. That's right, the police came armed with paperwork, not guns, and took this couple's truck right out from under them. Coming up, a tale of bureaucratic madness, legal theft, and the question, could this happen to you? Stick around. This is a story you don't want to miss.
Shall we begin?
From the headquarters of the Truth in Broadcasting Network, introducing Truckin City Journal and the El Rushbo of Truckin News, Boss Man.
Howdy-ho, Truckin' World, from the glorious seat of the Truckin City Mobile Studios. I bring you another episode of Truckin City Journal into the unknown, the world at large that needs to know what's going on in the world of trucking. If you're even remotely interested in why the people of this world continue trusting outlets and media sources that have no interest in telling you the truth, then become a subscriber and follow me for more truth-based news and information. That's right, we are the Truth in Broadcasting Network, and we specialize no filibustering, no agendas, just the truth, my friends. The only thing cynical about this story is the delivery. Let's get into our first story. Something we all need a little bit of. Framing. How much of your life do you put into a frame? Think about it, folks. How often do we confine ourselves to the boundaries that we have created, limiting our vision to what's inside that frame instead of seeing the bigger picture? We get so caught up in the familiar, the predictable, and then we forget that there's a whole world beyond those borders. But life isn't meant to be lived within the lines. It's meant to be explored, challenged, reimagined. It was said by Milton Berle, if opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. Don't wait for the world to hand you what you need. Break out of the frame and create your own opportunities. Life becomes limitless when you realize that the only boundaries are the ones you set for yourself. So step outside, expand your horizons, and see what happens when you live life without limits. Now onto the story of the truck that wasn't theirs. Now let me tell you what really happened here, folks, because this is the kind of bureaucratic insanity that drives me nuts. Wayne and Mona Evoy, hardworking folks from Napanee, Ontario, they thought they'd hit the jackpot, and they found themselves a beautiful classic 1934 Ford Coupe replica. They paid for it, squarely registered it, insured it, and lived with it, and owned it for 3 years. Everything was cool, but then without warning, the Ontario Provincial Police show up at their door with a flatbed truck. Sorry, this isn't your car. We're taking it. Eh? Now, these law-abiding citizens had their pride and joy ripped away because some crooks, years ago, allegedly pulled a fast one on the original owner. And now the government, in all its infinite wisdom, decides the solution is to punish the innocent victim. No, instead of fixing the problem and doing the right thing, they allowed this to happen and robbed them of not only their classic car, but the original money invested to boot. Police folks have become a repo man for criminal enterprise. It's something that should send a shiver down the spine of every trucker, every car owner, and every single person who thinks, like me, this shouldn't happen in today's day and age. If you believe in fairness and the rule of law, keep watching. Here are the facts that we know. List down below for me in the comments if you find it as hard to believe as I do. Wayne and Mona Envoy bought a 34 Ford Coupe replica. They paid $30,000 for this thing. Completed all the necessary paperwork, registered it, insured it, and had this thing for 3 long years. Never had an issue. Every time they went in to register, nothing came up stolen, nothing, no red flags, no warnings, no nothing. And all of a sudden, the OPP arrives at their home, informs them that their vehicle was not legally theirs and was being confiscated. According to sources, the truck had been previously reported stolen years before, and it was allegedly stolen from the original owner who owned a car shop or dealership, Grogan's Classics. Now, in investigating, the OPP had arrested 2 individuals, charged them with theft and fraud. These individuals were accused of stealing multiple cars and selling them illegally. Now, unfortunately, the envoys, along with every other buyer of every other car, were left without their vehicles despite having purchased them legally and gone through the legal process of registering, insuring, and owning your vehicle. The situation here raises questions. It raises questions about the reliability of the registration system and the fairness for the process for people like the envoys. And it highlights potential flaws in a system that could affect others in similar situations. So comment below, tell me if you think that's fair for them. Here in the US, we have a lot of different problems registering vehicles. Immense amount of requirements, rules, regulations. But think about it. It could very easily happen to you and to me. Do we really know where we're getting every used car we buy from? Do we really know where it originated? Well, it's supposed to, and you're supposed to have title. But do you really know? Envoys thought they did. Again, remember, folks, I'm not a name guy. And boy, I'm creative when it comes to opinions. The travesty that happened to Wayne and Mona is more than just a shocking story. It's a glaring example of how our so-called system can fail. It don't matter if you're in Canada or if you're in the US or anywhere the world over. The system is supposed to be working for the people that design it. They played by the rules and did everything right, and they ended up paying the price for someone else's crimes. So let's be clear, the government can come along and take your property even when you've done everything by the book. There's something seriously broken. This isn't just about one stolen truck. It's about a broken system that needs fixing. The envoys and others like them deserve justice. We need to hold our institutions accountable and ensure that this doesn't happen again. To get the full details of this eye-opening story, look at the link below. You too can get the facts, just like I did. If you want to stay informed about this and see more hard-hitting stories just like this, go down below and hit the subscribe button. Be sure and like this. We're up here to help you and the greater world stay informed and make trucking great again. Till next time, keep your eyes open and remember, it's the trucks that make the deliveries, but it's you that make the difference. Till the next video, check this one out, keep the faith, and keep it rolling.